Live?
We live.
What's going on, Wrestleheads? This is Chuck Jones.
And I'm Randy. Have to sit through this fucking draft that I'm still unsure of. Dixon.
It's a Wednesday, 2018. And it's sad, you know, like we just had the Superstar Shakeup. We got the greatest Royal Rumble around the corner. And,
you would name it the greatest.
you know, there's a lot going on around the world, man. But we got to start with the departed today. And I'm not talking about Jack Nicholson. You know, we lost some folks, and we're just going to kind of just run it through real quick because we don't want it to be all the way somber. But Wrestleheads do have to pay their respects to the following.
God bless him.
First, have to say rest in peace to Barbara Bush. Prayers go out to the Bush family, First Lady, you know. Then the next one, a couple, you know, the next three passed away today. You know, for those basketball fans out there, our thoughts and prayers are with the Popovich family. Greg Popovich lost his wife, Aaron Popovich, not Brockovich, but Popovich, not Papa.
Keep going.
And then now we're getting to the, you know, the nitty gritty here. Before we talk about Bruno Sammartino passing away, who is obviously the main eventer of today, dying.
Yes.
Mid-Atlantic, Paul Jones, the wrestler, rest in peace. Condolences to his family as well. Another fallen wrestler. And then, of course, the big one, which is, you know, true legend, the original living legend. And I'm a big Larry Zbyszko fan, but we all agree that the original living legend, the original superstar, you know, one of the best professional wrestlers to ever do it from any point in time, Bruno Sammartino, passed away today at the age of 82. Just a little quick synopsis. Sammartino was born in Italy, 1935, saw World War II and everything. Family moved to Pittsburgh.
Nazis was on his ass.
Yeah, he eventually became a professional wrestler. He worked mainly for the McMahon's territory, Mr. McMahon Sr., and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. You know, what makes Bruno Sammartino so important to wrestling and so important to wrestling today, not because his son was a flop, but I didn't mean to hit you while you were drinking that water. But not so much because his son was a flop, but because he was the original grand champion. When I say that, I mean a title reign that spanned almost 10 years. I mean, that's like unheard of. And what a lot of people have to understand is, you know, his first championship reign for the WWF, 1963 all the way to 1961. I mean, that's 8 years of dominance, man. Like, I mean, and that's back in those times where, you know, promotion was all territorial. You know, he had a couple of hiccups with Mr. McMahon Sr. where he almost came out to work in Frisco for Mr. Roy Shire. Whatever happened, they got it back together. But Bruno Sammartino, man, for the longest time, he was professional wrestling. He held down professional wrestling. I mean, you had to think, like in the 50s, you know, and stuff like that, you had Luthez, you had Javern Gagne's. Sammartino could beat the shit out of both of them at the same time. I mean, it was just, wasn't even a contest, really.
It's fucked up.
But no, I'm talking, it's true, man.
I think he'll Vern Gagne.
I'm sorry. No, and no disrespect, but I'm just telling the truth. Bruno Sammartino was a freak of nature.
Hey, real shit, Vern Gagne was a real life killer.
No, he was. But I'm just saying, Bruno Sammartino was a freak of nature. He was a no-nonsense wrestler. But if you listen to all the wrestlers that work with him, they liked working with him. Unfortunately, you know, Stan Hansen, I believe, broke his neck. and you know, he was very humble about that, and he didn't have to be. You know, Sammartino was more than just the best wrestler in the world. I mean, he had, like, all the Italians, like, the whole religion, everybody was on Sammartino. And I think he was mobbed up. You know, honestly, I think the mob might have had something to do with him holding the belt that long. I don't want to speculate because I don't want to come up missing. But I'm just saying, like, back in them days, he's like a folk hero, man. Like a real true hero to Italy, to Pittsburgh, to professional wrestling all around, and he will truly be missed.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
And another thing, too, you know, okay, the first title reign was 8 years, right? Then he turned around and came back 2 years later and held it for another 4 years. I mean, this dude did so much for the business. Just dominating. Finally getting inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2013. where he finally got his just due. One of the good things Triple H did do, getting Sammartino back in the door.
Let's just be honest. I mean, I know he ain't even icy cold yet, but the only reason he didn't go to Hall of Fame earlier is because he didn't want to.
Yeah,
and he turned that shit down.
He did
because he was a little pissy about how they treated his boy. I mean, he got to face facts. His son was trash.
No, David Sammartino was no good at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a fact. Fact of the matter.
Any wrestling fan could tell you. I mean, all of us. We watched WrestleMania 1. I don't even think Sammartino was supposed to get involved like that. But David was dying such a slow death in that ring that Mr. Sammartino had to get up there in street clothes and go to work and save the match. And I mean, I think shortly after that he realized it wasn't going to happen. But I know that he has all this long history with WWE and Mr. McMahon. Feed back up.
No, it wasn't that. I got a text.
Hey, you gotta shut the notifications down, fella.
The text gonna come through.
Text ain't never stopped it before.
Text stop it, because my shit come on screen.
Well, it looks like it's back up. Looks like it's rolling.
Well, shit.
Anyway.
Pause, guys, so repeat some of the shit that you were saying.
No, I was just simply saying that, everybody who was a wrestling fan, who is a wrestling fan, knew that David Sammartino got on that WrestleMania 1 card because of his father. Because they knew that would get Bruno out there to support his son. And I'm pretty sure that was one of those calls to the ring, like, hey, son's dying a slow death, get Bruno in there to save it.
Hey,
and he did that.
The thing about David Flair could take an ass whooping. Because I remember
when
Ric Flair was going against The Undertaker, and David was training down there, and fucking The Undertaker went in there and beat the shit out of fucking David Flair.
Yeah.
He made that nigga bleed and everything.
Yeah.
That boy took a good old ass whooping that day.
David Flair, you know what? It's hard to live up to that Flair name. And congratulations for Charlotte for doing it. Congratulations for Reed almost doing it. But
people don't get lost in the sauce. Reed, even with all his problems and everything, Reed was fucking good. Reed was a state champion, because that's back in the days when it was Reed, Young Cody, and fucking Richie Steamboat. When they all was going, them kids was winning shit all in high school, all over the fucking place. Like, those were supposed to be the next three that came up. And at the end, you only see one that manifested something. That's Young Cody.
Yeah.
Because Richie got injury prone. That's what took him out. And then, the drugs took out fucking Young Reed or Rick Jr.
Yeah, but nonetheless, man, just rest in peace to Bruno Sammartino, true legend in the business.
Let's see.
And like I said, we weren't alive during the time of his title reign, but you had to imagine how exciting wrestling fans were, because this is territorial. So a lot of this stuff probably wasn't even on television until the 70s. So imagine how it was. You get that newspaper on Sunday, you get the Sunday newspaper, and you read that Sammartino is going to be within 50 miles of where you live. You're on your way there. Out here in San Bernardino, California, where we stay at, we had that legendary G Street Arena down there. And for those of you wrestling fans that don't know about the G Street Arena in San Bernardino, that's where Freddie Blassie almost got killed. That's where the fans, he had so much heat on the fans here that they stabbed him, they shot at him, they blew up his car. That was here in San Bernardino. And if you watch that movie Body Slam with, what's his name, Rowdy Piper, and one of the Islanders, I forgot his name.
I think
King Tonga, Tongan Kid.
Ronda Rikishi brothers.
Yeah, Tongan Kid.
Yeah.
They did a lot in that movie. A lot of that was taped right here at G Street Arena, man. And WWE, I give them credit. They used to come out here all the time. When we had the Orange Show popping, Mankind debuted at the Orange Show. But I'm not going to get into the I Love San Bernardino thing. They have a Facebook page to themselves. But
let's read a couple of these.
Nonetheless, rest in peace, Bruno Sammartino. And rest in peace to everyone we spoke of. It just seemed like death is definitely rearing its ugly head today. And just recently, and everybody, please hold on to who you love, and tell them you love them, because you don't know if they're gonna be here tomorrow. I know it's a repugnant thing, and everybody says it when you talk about death, but it really is true. Now, you want to get to some comments before we get to the Superstar Shakeup?
Yeah, VJ2K says SmackDown got 100% better after the shakeup. Official Kyle Mack says, "Hey Chuck, I know you're a truck driver. God bless you. My dad did that. It's no joke."
Oh, I love it, man.
Clips123 says Rey Mysterio is going to be at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and that's a question mark, and that's yes. Spoil your day, Ray. Say, let's have some beers together. Jay Gauthier says, isn't that where Bill and Yes went to that school at?
Bill
who?
Well, if you're talking about Bill Anderson, yeah, he had his school out here. Him and Jesse Hernandez, the School of Hard Knocks, where they produced a lot of people. They really did. They had a good partnership until they broke up. I think Jesse's still going strong out here. I don't know what Bill Anderson's doing nowadays, but they definitely have a lot of ties to a lot of the wrestlers that you see on Wrestling Day right here in Sammartino, man.
All Eyes on Sheen said, good movie. That's guy said 1, says Talking Tom. Clips 1, 2, 3 said, will this be the first time The Undertaker made 3 appearances in 1 year? Probably in a long fucking time. Boy, you got a thumbs up.
Actually,
Fisher Comax says,
3 times? Oh, wait, that Monday Night Raw reunion, that was this year?
Yeah, that was this year.
Okay, so yeah, it would be 3 times. But do you really count the thing in Saudi Arabia? I mean, well, I guess you can.
VJ2K said, how you guys doing today? Well, shit, Chuck's alright. I'm battling the fucking cold, wherever the fuck this shit is, with some high dosage medicine. But
yeah,
I'm here to play. Let's see what Fisher Comax said. I appreciate the shout out from last show where you saying about us getting the show together. Hey, we appreciate the people that appreciate us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's just a fact.
It's like we're
Clips
all sitting,
1, 2, 3.
It's like we're all sitting here together and talking. You know, I know we're in all of us are in different locations or whatnot, but thank goodness for Instagram, man. How we can just live, like as it's going down, sit here and discuss things and talk things out, and really talk about professional wrestling. We got some choice comments for those who leave them silly comments on the page, but we're gonna talk about that towards the end of the show when we're gonna go home out of here. But I think we ought to keep rolling, Randy.
Go ahead.
Superstar Shakeup.
Start with Raw.
There's a lot of mixed emotions about the Superstar Shakeup. I'm gonna just quickly read these names off, and if I miss some, shoot them out if you catch me missing something. But I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it out. Jinder Mahal, Sunil Singh with him, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode. I'm gonna count people who were called up right after WrestleMania: Ember Moon, Authors of Pain, the Riot Squad, Baron Corbin, The Ascension, Chad Gable, Mojo Rawley, No Way Jose, the Fashion Police, Brazango, Zack Ryder, Natalia, Kevin Owens, Mike Kanellis, and Sami Zayn. If I missed anybody, put it up there for me. You know my thoughts on these guys coming over to Raw. You got to feel bad for some of them. Like, I'm already feeling bad for Jinder Mahal because that's it. It's over. You know? Hey, he came the first night, lost the belt to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy takes the belt back to Smackdown the next day. So, you and your wrestling minds at home, gee, is Jinder going to win the belt back at the Greatest Royal Rumble? No. It's over. I honestly thought that Seth Rollins was going to switch to SmackDown. I really was hoping that Finn Balor switched to SmackDown. Because they had to get off of Raw. And now you're telling me, right, and this is the crazy thing about Raw before we even get to SmackDown. Obviously, they're going to get the bulk of the load because they got 3 hours to kill. But you know Raw like I know Raw, like Randy knows Raw. They're still going to waste an hour of it talking. Because if you think about all 3 hours and you think about all the sponsorships and all the promos, it's really just 2 hours of wrestling, if that. And now you really done overloaded yourself, and you got to ask yourself, you got superstars like Drew McIntyre, who, you know, the former NXT champion, he comes up, all logically thinking, you would think that he's got to get a push. He's got to go for the gusto. You know, I thought either Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman was going to move to SmackDown to open up a primetime spot for somebody new. They stayed put. I think it's safe to say, but Z, I said this at WrestleMania and I was wrong. Brock Lesnar, actually too, who is a new guy coming back from TNA. Raw is overloaded, man. And then you read those articles that Randy put up on Wrestleheads talking about how Baron Corbin's going to get a big push. I find it hard to believe that Baron Corbin's going to get a big push in the midst of Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley. Hell, Bobby Roode came over. I hope, and I'm going to tell you this in all sincerity, I truly hope that Drew McIntyre is not getting ready to be a henchman for Dolph Ziggler. I know immediately the Shawn Michaels and Diesel comparison started. Let me just end that right now.
Oh, God.
Let me just end that right now. you cannot compare Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre to Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash because, first of all, Kevin Nash couldn't wrestle his way out of a wet paper bag with scissors on his hands. He couldn't. He got over because he was 7 feet tall. He was big. No, it wasn't because he was big and he could move. It was just because he was big. He had like a couple of moves. And I was having this debate with Randy, not even a debate, but a conversation. And Amar was on here because Amar and our buddy Paul, they know more about Shawn Michaels than any of us do because that was their favorite wrestlers. And shouts out to you guys. But we all know it to be true. Kevin Nash only got to where he went to because Shawn Michaels put him over. And Shawn Michaels made him look good. At that WrestleMania 11, Shawn Michaels did all the work in that match. Kevin Nash was being Kevin Nash. Hell, you look at some of these Kevin Nash shoot interviews and things that he does, and he really talks about people drawing power and this, that, and the other, and he's the lowest drawing champion in history.
In all time.
And not only
all time.
And not only that, but Shawn Michaels was a workhorse, man. He put that dude over. I think the only thing you can truly give Kevin Nash credit for was bringing out them guaranteed contracts for the wrestlers and having a hand in that creative control. Even though that was already being tossed around before his time. But, you definitely got to give him credit on the business side of things. But someone on the Wrestleheads page said that you can't compare Ziggler and McIntyre to legends. Now, if you want to call Shawn Michaels a legend, I'm all for it. Nobody can wrestle better than Shawn Michaels. Nobody can put people over like Shawn Michaels.
But let's be goddamn honest. Goddamn Dolph Ziggler's pretty fucking close.
Dolph Ziggler is pretty damn close. So, it's just sad because, it's just like I was telling you, and I'm going to tell it to the Wrestleheads too. Shawn Michaels, if Dolph Ziggler had that spot, he would have delivered on everything just like Shawn Michaels did. Yep. It's not Dolph Ziggler's fault that he doesn't get that spot, that he doesn't get that push, that he doesn't get that nudge. You know what I'm saying? Because Dolph Ziggler would deliver on everything just like Shawn Michaels did. And I do believe that in my heart. But seeing as how he's now on Raw, if you thought he was buried on Smackdown, man, I really hope... because if you think about it, someone's going to have to get buried. There's no way. If Roman wins the belt, you can't take that belt right off of Roman in a month. After he done spent 3 years trying to get it from Brock Lesnar, you can't take that belt off of him in a month. He's going to at least have to hold it till Survivor Series. Now look at all these world champion worthy people that we've spoke of that are now going to have to sit there and wait and watch. Hell, I know the Intercontinental title is great, and the Miz did a great job of bringing it back up. It's really about to be tested because some big names are going to have to fight for that title because that world title is just not going to be available. Now, you think about this. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley. And that's not even counting Drew McIntyre, who should be in line for it, He
should have went to Smackdown.
It's just...
I don't know why they put him on there.
It's a tough deal, and I'm not going to discount Kevin Owens either. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Hell, and I'm going to throw out Jinder Mahal, even people don't like him, but I like Jinder Mahal.
Let's just be honest.
There's so many guys
it's over for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
There's so many guys that are just not going to get it. They are just not going to get noticed. How could you? It's so many. The storylines, you can make them interesting and stuff, but there's going to be a lot of battles for no title, and it's just going to be the way it is. Which, if you think about it, maybe the WWE is thinking it like this, that maybe by having so many wrestlers and putting a championship at the top, perhaps that will make the championship more viable. Because when it does switch, when you have all these people out here waiting for it, that means the guy that's holding it, that is a pretty high office. We just got done talking about the late Sammartino. You can imagine how many people were in line for that. And a lot of people don't want to say it, but, Buddy Rogers held him back for a long time, too. Yeah. I don't want to get too deep into that, because Buddy Rogers is a legend in his own.
But see, then you look at it like Ivan Koloff ended the streak.
Yeah.
He was the champion. Is Ivan Koloff in the WWE Hall of Fame?
No, and he should be. He should be.
He was the one that ended the streak. You got all these fucking streaks. If you want to bring Kevin Nash in there, you want to make Kevin Nash a legend for ending Goldberg streak, hey, go ahead. You have fun with that shit.
And then get poked in the chest like...
I just didn't understand. I know we going away from this Raw shit, but how the fuck do people come on there and fathom have the shit roll off their fucking tongue that Kevin Nash is a fucking legend. Let's be honest. He's a Hall of Famer. That's because he had friends in high places. That's what it is.
He got in the right spot at the right time, no doubt.
He got a part of the right click at the right time. Nash, Hall, Waltman, fucking Triple Ho, I'm missing one. And Nash, Hall.
What, you gonna say China? You gonna add China to that?
No. I mean, other than the two of them running through China, but other than that, that was it. Hey, that's just facts, son. God bless her soul. And it's coming up on her anniversary. I think this week or next week. And she been gone, 2-3 years?
Yeah, and it's also the 1 year anniversary of Roman Reigns' brother, the late Rowdy.
Yeah,
that
just passed yesterday.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is for people to sit there and fathom, have the fucking fuckery, fathom that motherfucking Kevin Nash is better than Drew McIntyre, it's totally fucking asinine.
It makes no sense.
Kevin Nash couldn't wipe Drew McIntyre's ass. And that's just a fact.
No, he couldn't carry his bag.
That's just a fact.
He couldn't.
I mean, Drew McIntyre was a fucking prodigy at fucking 21 years old.
And let me
Kevin Nash ain't never been nothing like that. Kevin Nash ain't never cared about this business. He's another motherfucker. He was basically Brock Lesnar before Brock Lesnar. All he cared about was the fucking money. He didn't care about improving this shit. For anybody that sit there and take their ass out there and let somebody poke him in the fucking chest and fall down
and laugh about it, think it's a big joke.
And they thought that was like, oh yeah, we over. Yeah, this whole fucking thing's over. It's so fucking great.
I was, as a WCW fan,
you ought to have been ashamed.
I was so disappointed watching that. I mean, they had some really poor moments, and that was definitely one of the worst. I think that one actually bothered me more than David Arquette becoming the champion because what they did during that feud.
Well, that Nicholas shit didn't erase that, so hey.
But I mean, they built that feud up like it was really going to be legit. Like Nash is actually going to put Hogan down, and Hogan was supposed to go away. And they really fooled everyone.
Let's see. Let's read a couple of these.
It was horrible.
Funny or not, Nash had better promo skills than Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre has better wrestling skills. I don't know. Wait. That's kind of. Hold on. Let me read a couple of them. Let me get through a couple of these before.
Kevin Nash was always a deer in the headlights when he got on the promo, and you cannot tell me about his WWE promos because he read off of a paper. He read off of a cue card. Those backstage interviews at WWE, no. If you want to judge his mic skills, you have to judge him on his mic skills in WCW, where all he said was, we're here tonight, and yeah. And then he would give the microphone to Scott Hall, and Scott Hall would do all the work on the mic. No, I'm not accepting him being better on the mic. See, people knock McIntyre because McIntyre has that strong Scottish accent, but McIntyre is a much better trash talker, and he can definitely sell himself a whole lot better than Kevin Nash could. I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't accept that.
Official Kyle Mack say Dolph couldn't wipe Sean's ass. The same thing for Nash or Truth. I don't know, Kyle Mack. This probably one of the first times we going to you taking the left on Albuquerque. So
see, Kyle Mack, it's tough to say that, man, because you're looking at Shawn Michaels. You're looking at Shawn Michaels with all these opportunities, and you're looking at Dolph Ziggler with very, very minimal opportunities. But you're talking about in the ring. Okay, let's really break down. I wish Amon was here or Paul was here. Let's really break down the element of Shawn Michaels, a superstar. I don't care about Kevin Nash, but I am a true fan of professional wrestling and technical wrestling at that. Now, you want to break down Shawn Michaels? Let's be honest. Shawn Michaels, number one, was a great talker. He could sell himself inside and out. Number two, Shawn Michaels knew what he was doing in that ring. He could go hold to hold. If you were a mat wrestler or anything like that, a tactician, he could wrestle you that way. Shawn Michaels was a good luchador. He knows how to wrestle lucha. He was able to go in and out. And the main thing about lucha libre versus American wrestling, when you look at a lucha libre match, those wrestlers never stop until the end of the match. Shawn Michaels had that ability. Shawn Michaels was a high flyer. He was everything and then some. But name one thing that Dolph Ziggler can't do that I named that Shawn Michaels can do. Because Dolph Ziggler is that much of a talker. They barely let him talk. But when he does talk, he's very entertaining. He is a good tactician. Technical wrestling is a lost art form in today's professional wrestling. It truly is.
Remember, he was a college champion fucking wrestler.
But he knows what he's doing. High flyer. He can do it. The drama, the suspense, the high level, not getting lost in the match.
The selling.
Oh my Lord, the selling. Him and Shawn Michaels, they can make anybody look good. It's tough to say. You know, like, it's tough to say that Dolph Ziggler is that far off from Shawn Michaels. There's only one Shawn Michaels, and we know that. But you're telling me that if Dolph Ziggler ever got that opportunity to wrestle The Undertaker at the WrestleManias, that he couldn't deliver just the same?
And I mean...
I have a real... we just have to agree to disagree on that.
And I'm going to go ahead and bottom line it. You know, nobody want to say it, but hey, I'll bring it up. Dolph Ziggler been going hard for so many years. Shawn Michaels took a 5-year coffee break. That's just a fact. You have to discount that shit. He was out 5 fucking years.
He's back.
Don't matter. Shit. You seen Dolph Ziggler? When Dolph Ziggler took 5 years off?
Never.
Dolph Ziggler been working as long as he's been working with the fucking ridiculous Spirit Squad gimmicks, and you go all the way the fuck up.
The only thing I can get you on with that, Randy, is I don't know if Dolph Ziggler was working the Shawn Michaels schedule, though. Because Shawn Michaels in the 90s...
Shawn Michaels wasn't working the Shawn Michaels schedule.
Shawn Michaels in the 90s...
You gotta remember, that back was fucked up, fella.
Hold on a second.
He wasn't doing house shows no more.
Shawn Michaels in the 90s, from that Intercontinental run, basically when he went singles all the way to prime time, there was times where he was appearing in like 3 different cities in one day.
Nigga, did you forget?
That was a tough schedule.
Did you forget about when he got his ass whooped? When he got his ass whooped and he lost his smile? That nigga was out then. How many times Shawn Michaels took off?
Yeah.
Let's face it. You know, people don't want to... You ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. Shawn Michaels is a cocksucker. I'm not that kind of cocksucker. He was a fucking piece of trash human being back then.
He was a tough guy to deal with.
I get it. He went and found Jesus, and that's all nice and everything.
No, that's the best thing you can do.
Hey, that's all nice and everything. But when he was at the top of his fucking game, he was a horrible human being.
Ego.
No, he was a horrible human being. You can't get around it. Chris Candido is sitting in the room, and he over there fucking his woman. Chris Candido over there waiting for the coke to come back. He over there fucking trying to fuck the line out of Sonny after Ahmed Johnson already just gave her the Pearl River plunge.
Okay, but you can't blame Shawn Michaels if Sonny went to him.
What he did to Vader, he stopped Vader from getting that shit. You can just imagine how many people he stopped in their tracks for getting a fucking title shot.
As a matter of fact,
now I know people love to glorify people like, oh yeah, they was a great person. Like, no, people were some fucking cunts. You got to call for what it is.
Let's get into that for a little bit. There was an issue going on with him and Vader where Vader was supposed to get that belt, but Shawn Michaels had a hard time working with Vader in the ring because Vader wasn't selling for him. Now that's on something to wrestle with. Bruce Pritchard broke that down, why that match was so terrible.
Yeah. And it's a fucking episode. It's an episode, brand new episode of something to wrestle with.
Now it's
show up.
They changed it to something else to wrestle.
Well, he got 2 shows
with WWE. But I'm just saying. That was the reason why Shawn Michaels had a hard time working with Vader.
And let's be honest. Another thing, motherfucker was lying. He lied to Bret Hart in his fucking family's face because he was a fucking puss.
Yeah, well.
Hey, if you want to go watch Wrestling from Shadows, he sat there, knew about that shit. He lied about that shit for years. Fucking 15 years later, you want to start telling the truth. Yeah, did Jesus tell you that? He was full of shit.
Well, I will say this. Shawn Michaels, for all the crap that he was behind the scenes, he was every bit of worth it on the front of the camera, though.
He was a piece of trash. And then, see, let me tell you something. He used that shit, and some people might get offended what I'm about to say. He used that him fucking shit, to just slide back in there, and he was doing the same shit with CM Punk. He was doing the same shit holding other people back. That didn't change him. So you know what that tells me? He was full of shit.
Yeah, but you know what? We can't touch the religion thing, man.
Hey, I'm not touching the religion. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him as a person.
Right, but if he really,
I'm talking about him as a person.
If he really found our Lord and Savior, man, we can't talk about it.
Listen. Hey, I know you want to be political for this shit.
No, it's not even political. That's my true thought. But I'm telling you this. Now, if his business sense was still holding people back, then you're absolutely right. You jump on him about that. I just say leave the good Lord out of it. That's all.
I'm not bringing up the Lord. I'm bringing up him.
Right.
Him. His fucking shit, using that shit for an advantage. Don't you know people use religion for advantage every day, man?
They do.
Every day.
They do.
Every day. They sit there. They hide under the cloak of the Lord. They hide under the cloak of God. They hide under the cloak of Jehovah's Witnesses. Whatever fucking religion, people use that shit to get close to somebody, get you to drop your guard. Then, bam! They hit you.
They be secretly doing the devil's work. They sure do. But The name of the game is professional wrestling.
We was talking about Shawn Michaels is full of shit.
I just think that we got to give Dolph Ziggler more credit because Shawn Michaels had more opportunities. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, he had more opportunities.
Just like Lex Luger.
I'm just saying he had more opportunities than Dolph Ziggler did, and it's tough to compare when
because Shawn Michaels was Vince's boy.
Yeah, when you know Shawn Michaels is over here doing all these things and getting put in these positions, and he delivered on all of them. But then you look at someone like Dolph Ziggler who delivers, and he's not getting put in any positions, man. Any position.
Think about this. And we're going to end this Shawn Michaels shit. And you heard that shit about how he did The Rock. And if you notice, him and The Rock was there at the same time. You notice they didn't work with each other. It was the reason why, because The Rock said, I ain't working with that bitch.
No, they didn't want The Rock to go up. They wanted Triple H to go up before The Rock.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
Bret Hart was the one that was telling The Rock on the side, be careful, because they're going to try to bury you.
Yep. And see, that's the thing. And that's the thing where nobody fucking sitting there saying. Shawn Michaels was trying to fucking sandbag The Rock when The Rock was rising. Because remember, they fucking crossed paths for a minute.
Well, didn't The Undertaker have a problem with Shawn Michaels? And Shawn Michaels almost didn't want to give the belt to Steve Austin?
Yeah, from that WrestleMania.
14.
But see, The Undertaker, in that sense, he's full of shit. Because what he just did to Roman Reigns. Now he coming back. Now you want to fight Rusev now? You were supposed to retire. And you came back having the same fucking gimmick and all that shit. So I'm sorry. I done lost respect for the fucking Undertaker. Because he called himself the man of the business and keeping shit together. When you promise somebody like, hey, I'm retired, that's it. That's it.
Because that looked like a retirement to me when Roman put him down.
He went and kissed his wife. He went out of character. That was his retirement. And now you had a hip operation. Oh yeah, now you Bo Jackson. You want to fucking come back? Get the fuck out of here.
He did look better at this WrestleMania when he.
I mean, shit. It was still shit. Now
you Jackson.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Now you telling me this motherfucker want to fucking come back and bury Rusev literally and figuratively now?
Hey, what if by some hook or crook he puts Rusev over?
Man, please.
It's just wishful thinking.
Please. He wouldn't put CM Punk over. He wouldn't put Bray Wyatt over. We can keep going down the fucking names. People, but Brock Lesnar, he dropped to his fucking knees and do that fucking up to fucking heavens for Brock Lesnar. Get the fuck out of here.
And that's the thought on that. So anyway, that was Raw side of the coin. Now you got SmackDown side of the coin. The wrestlers that are now showing up to SmackDown. The Miz, Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, who is the United States champion now, so he brought the belt basically back to SmackDown. Big Cass made his return.
Jesus Christ, that big slow fuck.
Asuka, Absolution is now there. Sanity, the call-up from NXT.
And they left the girl.
Yeah, they left her, but I think it's because they're going to put her in the picture with Baszler for that NXT Women's
title.
What?
So Baszler can choke her out too? Man, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. But they also called over the Bar. For what it's worth, R-Truth.
Fucking callback stupid because somebody wanted to fuck his wife.
That's you. That's your logic, Randy, for everything.
Hey,
Gallows and Anderson.
You tell me nobody want to fuck Lana?
And
thank you.
The one call up that I am very excited about that I hope WWE doesn't do wrong on this situation, Andrade Cien Almas. To me, that's the biggest move. That is the biggest call up to SmackDown. This guy, you really need to get a hold of him, and you need to really put this guy in main event situations.
I think he's going to get fucked too.
SmackDown can truly be the land of opportunity because with this list of keeping most of the established names on Raw, you got to be guaranteed you're going to get at least 2 new champions this year out of SmackDown, man. And one of them has to be Andrade Cien.
It ain't going to happen, son.
It has to.
It ain't going to happen.
You got Daniel Bryan being reinstated.
Oh, my God.
You already know.
Let me get started on that fucker.
You already know. The Daniel Bryan's versus AJ Styles. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan. And then you add someone like Andrade Cien Almas to this mix, man, SmackDown could really
just
go
write
next
it again.
level. It could go next level, and it could really put people on the next level. And you know how you always bargain and petition for Rusev? To me, with this superstar shakeup the way it is, this is Rusev's best chance to to get that Money in the Bank briefcase this year and go prime time, man.
They ain't gonna do it.
They got all
because
the big names on Raw. They got certain names on SmackDown, but I mean, SmackDown, if you do it right, you got a lot more matchups. You got a lot of new people to be pushed. Now, they did end SmackDown with Big Cass standing over Daniel Bryan. And is it just me, Wrestleheads Universe?
Or Big Cass is trash? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with
Besides that, but didn't he look bigger in SmackDown's ring? To me, he looks smaller in Raw's ring. I don't know if it's the camera. It has to be the camera. He looks so much taller.
He bring his big dumpy ass back looking the same. I'm like, if you're gone 8-9 months, you better come back looking different. I don't want to see the big dumpy motherfucker that left.
Randy, you have to understand this.
And trust and believe, if anybody in my theory who needs a manager, that big dumb motherfucker needs one.
He definitely needs a manager, but you have to also understand, when you start talking about his physical condition, depending on his injury, he probably couldn't have a lot of physical activity to begin with, and he probably had to work really hard to just look like that to get back on time. Bless you. Because when you are in a situation where, what was it? Was it his ACL? What was he injured for all that time? Was it his knee?
Yeah.
You're not going to put weight on that knee and be in the gym and do all that stuff and expect to come back in condition like that unless you take steroids.
Yeah.
Which obviously, looking at him, he didn't take no steroids.
Hey, you look at Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre had a shoulder injury, and look how the fuck he looked like.
Right, but he was able to stand and he was able to get to that gym and work out. Well, and you can tell
you're making goddamn excuses.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
You're making excuses for it.
And you can tell Drew McIntyre
Big Cass is fucking trash. And
I didn't say.
And hold on.
I'm not arguing that.
No, and look, and motherfuckers gonna get pissed off right now, but fuck it. I don't give a shit.
It's those meds.
Look, hey, yeah, baby.
Those meds got you on a roll, Jack.
Look. Fucking Daniel Bryan come back whooping everybody's ass. Like, really? This motherfucker been retired for 3 years and nobody gets no offense on him? Then you bring Big Cass, dumbass, to fucking kick him in the face, and that's it?
Big Cass dropped him.
So, Daniel Bryan can run through Rusev and fucking Aiden English, can run through Kevin Owens. People been going long, hard, and strong for them years he was out. Then you telling me this motherfucker can come back? It's that same Undertaker and fucking part-time shit. I don't like it. Hey, I told you, I don't like that shit.
You gotta let Daniel Bryan work before you call him part-time, though.
He is part-time. He hasn't worked in 3 fucking years.
He just got started again.
He hasn't worked in 3 years.
He just got started again. Let a year go by and let's determine whether he was part-time.
So you telling me this, the Atlanta realism that this show is in, that we sit here and talk. You telling me he's supposed to come back here and barnstorm everybody's ass?
I don't think so. You
got Kevin Owens, who been fucking people up. You got Sami Zayn, who's a new heel, and he's actually entertaining right now. You got Rusev, who been crushing hoes all this time. And Aiden English being Aiden English. But nonetheless...
a great promotion piece.
Yeah. Nonetheless, you got him, and he come back and just wipe the floor with everybody? Hell, he was taking AJ Styles to the fucking limit. You telling me he's supposed to take AJ Styles to the limit?
No.
Is something wrong with that?
There is something wrong with that. I agree. No, I totally agree with you. I'm just saying, he's probably going to wrestle a full-time schedule. Because if it's based on your theory that you were discussing earlier.
His contract's up in September.
Right. Saying, if he goes hard and then in September, he bounces out and goes to the independents, then, I mean, of course he's going to go hard for these next few months.
Let's see. There's the new SmackDown 6. Beaver T want to fuck Lana.
Oh.
Nakamura will win the title at Greatest Royal Rumble. Big Cass about to be the bodyguard for Miz. That's a good idea. Big Cass wrestling is comparable to his trash ass entrance.
That actually, you know what? Whoever said that would be a good idea because hey, the Miz already showed with Bo Dallas he can help people keep a job.
And I don't know why they took him away from them. They finna die.
Yeah, they're gonna have a problem.
Fisher Mac, bless you. Why does Nakamura keep blowing AJ Styles? I don't know.
It's just the ultimate heel move, man.
Hey, but he killing me. Me no speaking English. That shit had me laughing.
It's the ultimate heel move, man. Like
elevated
you
science.
No worse than kicking someone in the nuts or hitting someone.
Cass with that soft look. He needs a new outfit to cover it up. New age Diesel with the. I've been saying that.
The problem is we just got done trashing Diesel. You just got done trashing Cass.
Hey,
if he turns into Diesel,
he gonna become a Hall of Famer.
I mean, you might as well.
He gonna become a Hall of Famer.
You might as well put another log on the fire because he's gonna get burned.
And think about this shit. Let's see. Let me read a couple of these before I say what I'm. He's been back full time. He just got back a few weeks ago. Must be talking about Daniel Bryan, Undertaker, and Rusev casket match. Give Rusev a WWE title. Clips 133 says, LA Science said Randy don't like shit except Chicago. Left Chicago when he was 3 years old. It was more like 6 or 7 the first time. You gotta get your stats right. And then I went back. Anyway, hey guys, am I a hypocrite because I give Punk a pass because he called wrestling fake? Even for once, even he lost his passion for wrestling, even though I can give Lesnar shit. No, I think CM Punk says that shit to troll people. Brock Lesnar don't give a fuck about wrestling. CM Punk likes to troll motherfuckers. Yeah, especially on that shit.
I think when CM Punk said that, he was trying to troll people.
Yeah. Lesnar just don't give a shit.
He cares about the business.
That's got the angle. Brian's been hungry to come back. He got so much pent up aggression and passion. Yeah, 3 years of being off, and he just coming there and making everybody look like shit.
Okay, but Randy, just take a step back for a second.
I ain't taking no step back.
And just understand this, man. Daniel Bryan had to sit here and watch all these other people do what he loved to do. I mean, that's a tough thing to deal with. Well, you know you've been wrestling hard all your life, and then you finally get to the pinnacle. You get your WrestleMania moment, and then the whole thing gets taken away from you.
You just imagine. Sit back and imagine. You think about somebody like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, who steals the fucking show. He ain't had no fucking 4 title reigns.
No, he hasn't.
He ain't had no moment at WrestleMania. He ain't even had a singles match. They done handed everything to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is he bitching about? What is his problem? Hell, Triple H even let him beat him. And you know that's damn near impossible.
Triple H don't let nobody beat him really unless you're Ronda Rousey.
Hell, then after that, he beat 2 more Hall of Famers in Batista and Orton. He had that moment where he won the Intercontinental title, standing on top of the fucking ladder in y'all bell-bottom ass stadium. This nigga didn't have moments after moments. He been wrestling for over 15, 16 years, even before the 3 years he was out. So what are you saying?
I'm just saying, everything that you just listed, when all that gets taken away from you,
I don't like that. You got somebody like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler. And I'm sorry, and I'll sit here and say it. To me, Dolph Ziggler is a better wrestler than Daniel Bryan. And that's a fact. You might not like it, but hey, Dolph Ziggler, the way he gets treated and how Daniel Bryan didn't have shit handed to him. Let's be honest. He might got his ass whooped for it, but he got it handed to him. He didn't have moments. Dolph Ziggler ain't even had a singles match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he been busting his ass for that company for over 10 years.
Well, there's no doubt that what's going on with
I don't want to hear motherfuckers come on here with this cry for me Argentina bullshit for fucking Daniel Bryan. Oh, he lost his smell. That motherfucker been wrestling for damn near 20 years. He done had a lot of moments. He done been over in Ring of Honor damn near everywhere he fucking been. His career didn't end early. Shit happened. His career ended.
He's blessed that he gets another opportunity.
No, his career ended because he had such a long career of getting concussions and shit. That's why. You want to cry somebody? Cry for Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry. And my name fucking Randy Dixon, and that's how I just spoke my fucking piece. Shit.
Right. I get what you're saying, man. It's a good thing. I also agree with you as far as the booking. They can't make
Randy's gonna have a heart attack with the Bryan.
They really can't make this little guy be unstoppable like that. There has to be some kind of leveling out, some kind of validity, and I think there will be. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't, man.
It's a raw.
That shit is sickening
because what's happening to Rusev.
Look, because
I'm worried about Baron Corbin on Raw.
No, Vince want him. See, that's the difference. When you got the man backing you saying, "Hey, we want you," you gonna be good. You look at some.
McIntyre was good, and then he was out the door. Oh wait, he had a brief stint with 3MB, and FYI, they're all back together on Raw.
Hey, you remember that personal shit with that shit when he's married to Taryn Terrell, and then that shit went out the way, and then Vince said, "Fuck him, I'm done with him after that shit." So, hey,
she was the one attacking him.
I know. I think they look at that as a respect thing. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to fuck her too. I don't know. But see, you don't know with this shit.
No, you really don't know.
Because the sad part about this shit is this. Everybody's like, Daniel Bryan. I'm like, Daniel Bryan didn't hit the pinnacle. Daniel Bryan didn't had it all. Hell, CM Punk never had a WrestleMania moment. That nigga got one. what I'm saying. And Daniel Bryan, like he always was injury fucking prone. They give him the belt. He had the world title 4 fucking times. 4 fucking times.
You had to feel bad for him for just, as soon as the bell ring, catching that bro kick at WrestleMania, though.
But shit, he had the belt for like 9 months.
A 9-month reign goes down in a bro kick.
I know, that sucked. I remember. We all
That's
said,
that's pretty damn terrible.
I remember we said that
Triple
sucked.
H cuffing him up behind his back and damn near killing him.
That
let
was,
alone, you know.
That was fucking deplorable.
He went through a lot of crap.
Hey, you remember we had the other show? I came on here, I said, Triple H is a fucking cocksucker for that shit. I'm like, they fucking rocking Mick Foley, that nigga.
Yeah.
You know? I didn't like that shit either.
Man, that Rock versus Mick Foley, that was a bloodbath.
This is my thing. And I've been saying this shit, and I'm consistent.
In the back so they couldn't watch it anymore.
I'm consistent with this shit. I don't like part-timers getting over on fucking talent that's been busting their ass there. And that's what's going on with the Daniel Bryan shit. I don't care if nobody sees it or not. Daniel Bryan, to me, he's a part-timer. He just got back. He's a part-timer.
So what do you want him to do? Get his ass kicked the whole time he's back?
No, he can win, but nigga, don't have him go in there just barnstorming motherfuckers. I mean, come on now. Let me see some offense, some get back, the struggle. Let me see that shit. Let me see him hold his head. Like, oh my God, you worried about him getting another concussion. Let's see some drama.
Oh, Kevin Owens, the same as Zayn, jacked him up pretty good when they told him welcome back.
That was the worst beating he took was then. After that, he beat the shit out of him.
Oh, man.
Go ahead. Keep it rolling.
Well, you know, I'm just saying, with the whole Smackdown thing, with everybody that did get put on there, hey, Randy, it's saying it's having trouble loading the video again. Let's see. This damn bum-ass Spectrum internet. I can't tell if it's live or not. It's saying trouble loading the video again. Is it going on the thing?
Yeah, still going.
Oh, well, hell. Anyway.
Stop yelling, your freckles are glowing.
I'm just saying, man, SmackDown could still be a great place for a lot of young talent to get over.
You don't like part-timer, but Ziggler's a part-timer. No, Ziggler's pretty much still a full-timer. They just use him when the fuck they want to.
I don't know. I see Ziggler every week.
It's
tough to say.
They use him when they want to.
Yeah, it's a tough deal, man.
That's like all the Brock Lesnar fans. Like, you cheering for him. And it's just like I was talking this shit over with Amar the other day. A former fucking host on here. He up there in fucking Nebraska. And we were sitting here, and I was sitting there telling him, I'm like, everybody talking shit about Roman Reigns, but I'm like, everybody's fucking sitting there slurping up Brock Lesnar. He a part-time wrestler. I'm like, Roman Reigns is the one out here busting his ass, and people cheering for Brock Lesnar. I'm like, and Brock Lesnar don't give a fuck about wrestling. Roman Reigns actually cares about it because it's in his bloodline. Brock Lesnar, see, y'all motherfuckers as a dollar sign. And that's it. Because you can see, he don't care, and shit you nothing. I bet you he got one of them fucking WCW contract. Because look at this motherfucker. He tell Vince what the fuck he gonna do. I'm gonna go fight. I'm gonna go fight in the UFC. He shows Vince no fucking respect, but Dana White, he ready to drop to his fucking knees for him.
But that story came out that he's probably just gonna be getting paid by appearance now, by WWE and UFC.
I bet you he gonna be at UFC shit. I bet you he in Vegas with Dana White. Fucking Dana White petting him like a fucking puppy.
Well, I can tell you this much. With all the talent that you got on Raw, you really don't need Brock Lesnar, man. You really don't.
It's time for him to go. That's why he's not going to go nowhere.
You don't need Brock Lesnar until probably next year's WrestleMania where you can put him against Bobby Lashley. That's it. You know what I mean? You got so much talent that you're going to have to manage, that you're going to have to do something with on Raw, or they're going to perish, man. They're just going to flat out perish. You know what I mean? And Asuka's staying on SmackDown. The SmackDown's women division, I mean, that's stacked. Carmella, she won the belt, but unless they put Absolution with her, if they don't give her a crew, it's over for her.
Let's be honest. The only thing that came out of this fucking shit, the only thing that came out of this shit is you could tell the SmackDown women's division is pretty fucking solid, and they tag team division is beating Raw's ass.
Yeah.
Because now you got the Bar coming over there too.
And I think honestly, Sanity they're gonna push it with them Bludgeon Brothers. I think that's gonna be some good confrontations.
Big dudes, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be some good confrontations right there. Now, a couple more things I want to hit real quick. Okay, you guys know about Nikki Bella and John Cena calling it off, right?
Oh, so sad.
No, but you made a good point though.
Tell me.
You had them do a WrestleMania moment for what?
You had The Miz and his wife job out to John fucking Cena and Nikki Bella for what?
For them to call it quits?
That shit didn't even make it a year. It barely made it past the first WrestleMania.
I'm going to tell you what I personally feel about
John Cena still wanted to be a hoe, and that's what it was.
I personally feel that this might have been a whole publicity stunt by them to get people to watch that Total Bellas. And that
people would watch that shit anyway.
But I'm just saying, now they really going to watch it because they're going to be waiting for the fallout and stuff. Maybe that has something to do with it. But John Cena, I think he was pretty much concrete when he said he didn't want to get married, he didn't want to have kids, he didn't want none of that. So she tried to change him. Everybody thought it was working, including myself, and it didn't work out.
Let's see. Official Comax say Ziggler and Nikki will be hanging and banging next week. Sammy84 say that Bella pussy got to be trapped, and John giving that up. Damn. Jesus Christ.
You said it's got to be trapped. That's rough. That's a rough deal.
All right, come on, because we got...
Okay, some might say this because of Mandy Rose. You never know.
Hey... She fucking that nigga Tino Saba, whatever the fuck his name is.
Okay, has that stopped seeing him before?
No.
All right. Anyway,
yeah, Mandy Rose, that's a beautiful girl.
Another good story: Billy Graham destroying Ronda on the social media.
Oh my God, that old man murder, death, kill.
I mean, did you guys read that story about everything that Billy Graham said about Ronda Rousey? I mean, I just can't see Billy Graham saying all that stuff. I'm thinking somebody else is writing for him, and he just looks at it and goes, okay, send it away. Because there's no way that he said all that stuff about Ronda.
But come on now, fuck that. We got to tell the truth. This is Wrestleheads, son. Everything Billy Graham said was the truth. It was no lie in there.
Yeah, I mean...
It was not one lie that he said.
Let me see.
You have to look it up, because that shit's way too long. Charles gonna try to look it up right now.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
That shit's pretty long, but he did not lie. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what? The Spectrum Intercast with it, but yeah, you got to go on Wrestleheads and read that, man. That is crazy, dude. How he just totally murdered, death, killed that girl, and I'm telling you, it was so brutal. And I mean, I came on here and I gave her the business the moment she came on here. You know, I gave her the business the moment she came on here, but you know. I laid off of her because of her WrestleMania performance. She really did good, but man, the way Billy Graham slammed her,
he destroyed her.
You agree with what he's saying, but man, he was brutal about it.
Young Billy,
he held nothing back.
Let me see. Hold on.
And
then the motherfucker had the audacity. What was that cocksucker name came on our fucking page?
It was somebody by the name of Bing. You know,
this fucking
try to talk about our page and try to say that we're negative and we try to be controversial and we don't know what's going on. And then he tried to promote his page on our page. And you know something? I know that me and Randy and, you know, Elevated Science and Kyle Mack, you know, because you guys are part of the show too, man. Like, we go hard a lot and we go in a lot. But you know what? It's hard for people to unimagine this, but you know, our Wrestleheads show, we have a lot of integrity, man. So, like, we don't go to other people's pages telling them to come look at our stuff on someone else's page. You know, we don't disrespect people like that. Just like we don't get on our page and tell people to boycott other pages. We don't do stuff like that because we're sitting over here in our own little world talking our own form of wrestling. And whenever you get a so-called moron who wants to be an expert, who probably doesn't know anything just like us, and has no one else to talk to, they want to come on our page, run their mouth, and then leave. And you know, I tried to get on that guy's page because I was going to inbox that son of a bitch. And do you know he had deleted everything on his page? I mean, like, you can't talk your mouth and then, like, not come around.
See, it's not only that.
You could come over here. You could come out here and talk to us face to face.
See, it's not only that.
We talk about wrestling here, Jack. That's what we talking about.
I only go after people who come after me, you know.
But we don't do that. Like, we don't go try to promote.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't go on other people's page. Like,
we do our own thing right here.
Come check out Wrestleheads. You know,
we don't have to do that because people gonna talk about us. Because it's just like you talking to your friends in a circle.
Usually, people,
that's what we do.
Usually, fucking people fucking come after us, and see that's when I become protective and fucking get and clap back or whatever the fuck.
And I
just like us with this 434. Them fucking kangaroo jack motherfuckers. Them fucking Outback Steakhouse eating motherfuckers.
I can't believe they
them fucking
that
the
stuff
date like
telling
a baby
people,
motherfuckers.
Yeah, they
sit there, have something to say.
People to delete our page.
Hey, and then we fucking got at them in the fucking inbox, and they bitch down. Then who the fuck is this Bing Crosby motherfucker?
I have no
Not
idea
disrespecting Bing Crosby, the real Bing Crosby, but
you couldn't even talk to him.
I'm like, I don't know who the fucking cocksucker is. This motherfucker had something to fucking say.
It was just someone trying to make a name for themselves.
God damn, this shit's gonna go over. We're gonna have to go into overtime, man. But look.
It was just someone trying to make a name for themselves, but it's petty. You ain't got to be petty like that, coming on there criticizing us. If you don't like it, don't watch it, man. It's that simple. The people who like our show, that engage in our show, that's who we're talking to.
I don't understand.
People like
I don't understand.
You can't even
go to
use the name Bing. That's a search engine.
Yeah, you go to somebody's fucking page, and you sit here just pop up and just want to bitch and cry like, oh man, your page, you put up positive stuff or you put up negative stuff. See, if we put up too much positive stuff, then motherfuckers be sitting there talking shit. Talking about, we too soft. Yeah. We WWE pro. Hey, if anybody watch this show, I talk as much shit about the WWE as I talk about anybody else. I mean, I know there's been times on our shows that it was like fuck TNA months. But that's because they were doing dumb shit every fucking week.
They were doing it to themselves.
And I was like, don't you think I'm tired of talking about y'all motherfuckers? And it's like the same thing with fucking, hey, how many times I done came down on fucking Triple Ho? You know? Hey, I don't give a fuck. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah.
WWE, TNA, New Japan, Ring of Honor, fucking Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, fucking whoever the fuck you is. If it's shit's wrong, I'll come for you. And the thing is, whoever this fucking bitch motherfucker has the audacity to fucking come on my goddamn page, our goddamn page, to fucking sit here and say some shit, he can go fucking suck a sick dick.
Yeah, I didn't understand that guy. You know, like you don't have if you don't like it, don't look at it. If you worried about us giving away spoilers.
Your bodies are soft, but your attitude. Sorry. Fucking hoes. Yeah. I get tired of them once a month bleeding, low down, dirty bitches coming on here.
Yeah,
always got something to fucking say.
I don't know, but that guy was trying to make a name for himself.
Yeah, come check out our podcast. Yeah, what is our podcast gonna be? A fucking podcast of bitches?
And then look how we operate. We let the comments stay there. We don't delete you. We don't get rid of you because we don't care.
And that's the thing about it.
If you want to say something about it, say something about it. You know, and it's just like I put, because I responded to that page, and I told him, your show better not be It's that simple, man.
We back on Instagram. Yeah, we just ran out of time. Like, we in overtime, man.
It ain't gonna be too much longer.
Yeah, but to make a long story short, I don't like that bitch shit. That's that fucking treachery. That fucking, we gotta say something. You trying to make a name off of somebody else. You know how you make a name? Hard work, perseverance, fucking dedication. That's how you make a fucking name. But it's always, I told you when this shit started coming up, there's always gonna be some bitches trying to fucking come see us.
Yeah.
Hey. But hey,
it's okay.
It's alright. It's alright. You know? But I just wanted to make sure I called that bitch out.
Yeah, I didn't like that either, man. And at least, we're going to say something back. Because if you diss, we're going to come back. Don't be going after that. You know? And shouts out to the other people that jumped on them, too. Like, what's the matter with you, man? He was trying to say that those were our opinions when they were clearly Billy Graham's. But if you read, you would understand.
Read is fundamental, you cocksucker.
If you watched the previous shows, Randy had already ran it down. You weren't educating us on nothing. Nothing at all.
Shit. Hell, we even with the Ronda Rousey shit, we was trash bagging her ass. Hey, right after that fucking WrestleMania, hey, I was the first one came out here gave the bitch credit.
Yep.
We
both did.
You know, it is what it is. Like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Lost, you have to go look on that Billy Graham post. It's probably going to pop up under the top comments because I see Instagram to change their shit. And it's some bean fucking bitch motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. I don't see the point in doing it, man.
Look, ain't no page. I tried to check it right now.
Yeah, ain't no page.
Charles looking at the El Torito menu online.
Hey, it's funny you mention that because there is some kind of burrito supreme that I was eyeing right now. Like, I can't eat that stuff no more, man. My damn health is getting to me, man. But
yeah,
how would you know? Like, how'd you know? Was that Jose?
Yeah, that was Jose.
Of course it was Jose because he's probably eating the shit right now. That guy makes diabetic shit look easy. I swear he does.
He's sitting there eating that shit holding a mail bag.
Ronaldo right from 227.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
okay,
man.
here, let me read this Ronda Rousey shit. WWE Hall of Famer blasts Ronda Rousey for using Roddy Piper's gimmick. WWE Hall of Famer superstar Billy Graham took to his Facebook page to obliterate Ronda Rousey. Graham heavily criticized Rousey's use of Roddy Piper's gimmick and went to shoot on her too hard on her booking in WWE.
This chair's starting to hurt my ass.
In this long post, Graham went on to call Rousey a jobber and a UFC failure. He also talked about the poorly scrapped plans for the original finish to Rousey's match with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Now she will tap out Triple H. Superstar Billy Graham posted the following on his Facebook page: Ronda Rousey versus Triple H. Before I read the rest of that shit,
Ronda Rousey.
No, before I read that shit, he does make a point because that was a stupid plan. If they was gonna have her tap out Triple H,
yeah, that wouldn't have made any sense.
That first off, that would look bad, and then you got this domestic shit. Like, okay, so
it's okay for a woman to hit a man.
And honestly, it was already bad enough that she was in the ring tagging Triple H up.
Yeah.
When they was in there. And you know Kurt Angle didn't touch Stephanie McMahon.
Nope.
But Ronda Rousey was beating both their asses. That's that hypocritical shit. But let's go ahead. First off, to the fan who wrote, I find Ronda's use of the Piper's gimmick nauseating. You're my brother. You are my brother are dead old. I find it as a total insult and it absolutely reveals that she don't have original thought in her head. Damn, can she be original at anything? This shows you how shallow she is. Oh, by the way, I am a fan of females being in the main event. This is why I put up this photo of Amanda Nunes kicking her ass in 48 seconds. She looked pitiful. A TKO in 48 seconds on December 30th, 2016 by Nunes, a real fighter.
Billy Graham wrote that.
Billy Graham is smarter than what you think. You keep thinking he an old dumb fuck.
old, man. Like, I don't think he got.
Oh, because he old, I don't mean he's stupid.
No, but I don't think he's that articulate to write that. I think someone else wrote that for him. And
Maybe he had a spell check on
it. And he just signed off on it, man.
You know that talk to text? Maybe his shit's real good.
Yeah, because my talk to text is horrible.
Yeah. And Rousey just a jobber. Speaking of jobbers, I read a quote by Meltzer today that shook me to the core. It goes as follows. Oh, there's a rumor going around by WWE officials prior to Mania 34 that Rousey was going to make Triple H tap out to her armbar finisher instead of Stephanie McMahon. And it appears the company went in a lot of directions, specific reasons due to storyline, continuing reasons. As Rousey attacked Stephanie's arm the next night on Raw, wherever Triple H is not a regular on-screen character and he has disappeared now. What? Miss Lousy was going to make H tap? This would have been received as well as a cement truck full of pig shit being dumped on the Mania 34 fans.
That is awful.
God, folks. What is the WWE thinking? Ronda Rousey is not a god. She's but a mere female, a UFC failure that got her flat ass kicked twice on the way up.
Like her flat ass kicked? Seriously?
Now, this is nauseating.
I
I demand that you, the fans, respond to this WWE crap that's trying to lay out on you. But even thinking about her making Triple H tap, God, this makes me sick.
It's hard to believe that Billy Graham said all of that, man.
Hey, the old man, he said how he felt. You keep going back to that picture.
I'm like all in there. Forgive me.
Ronda Rousey. Hey,
yeah.
But I'm sorry. You know, people might not like it. Ain't nothing Superstar said was a lie.
Yeah,
none of that was a lie. He said her flat ass. That was horrible.
Like that, that's rough, dude. I just can't picture Superstar saying that, man. I really think somebody else typed it and he just signed off on it like, yeah, that's funny. You can blame it on me. It's okay. Just like the Iron Sheik. You know the Iron Sheik don't be sending them text messages out. Other people be writing that stuff for him and he goes, yeah, it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Billy, I mean, fucking Iron Sheik be talking all type of crazy shit.
Him and Billy Graham both, but I mean,
They don't get away with it because they owed.
That was kind of rough for him. He destroyed Ronda, man.
She said she got her ass beat in her last 2 fights. I mean, that was the truth.
I don't know if you can call her a UFC failure.
I didn't realize it was 48 seconds that Nunez beat her ass.
I didn't know it was 48 seconds either.
So she didn't even make it a minute.
But
yeah, when you start thinking about it, it was kind of quick.
But wasn't she one of their highest grossing champions?
I think she was. I know she got paid a lot.
So it's tough to call that a failure. But nonetheless, I digress. That's pretty much all I got, man. You want to speak on the greatest Royal Rumble? I don't think any of the belts are nothing really significant is going to change except for Roman winning the belt. Whoever wins the greatest Royal Rumble is going to get a trophy. I don't think that much matters. I mean, none of that matters. We got to get locked into our storylines and get ready for Backlash.
They said the WWE is making the lease for bringing that shit there over $20 million.
Well, that's why it's the greatest Royal Rumble of all, fella.
Yeah. It's just like that picture I put up that she said, no, you would call it the greatest Royal. Okay, damn it. I call it that.
Yeah.
Because you ain't never seen no shit like this. Like, this event came out of nowhere.
And it's technically bigger than WrestleMania, you know.
It's going to be better matches than WrestleMania.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's...
Hell, you could have put John Cena in a casket match. That probably would have been better.
He already got buried at Mania, fellas.
Shit.
He didn't even need a casket.
Come on, Rusev. It's your turn.
That's terrible.
Rusev got to get up and say, hold my beer.
Anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. You want to read some comments going to the kitchen bitches? What do you want to do?
Let's see. I guess we get into the kitchen bitches shit.
Well, I got one tonight.
Go ahead.
I got a problem with the city of Orlando.
Orlando!
You're already petitioning for another WrestleMania? What the fuck? Can somebody else get a WrestleMania? Like, what the fuck kind of shit? What the fuck kind of
They make a lot of money off that shit.
I don't care. You know, and that's WWE's fault. They keep going back. Just keep it there, you know? Just keep it there. Why don't you build your Hall of Fame there? That was a stipulation for them going there last time. Was they were supposed to build a physical Hall of Fame, and you were doing that stuff in the Impact Zone, which ain't the Impact Zone no more.
I think it's still the Impact Zone.
Is it still? No, because they ain't Canada, right?
Maybe still coming back down.
Who cares? Anyway, what I'm saying is, how are you going to already be petitioning for another WrestleMania? Let the other cities get it, man. And WWE just keeps on going back there and back there and back there. I know a lot of it is because it's a tourist attraction, there's good weather, but that ain't fair to all the other cities, man.
But see, you know what's not
it's
fair?
Not, man.
You know what's not fair? They sat there and cried for years because of cold weather, but then you give it to New York the second time within 5-6 years.
And MetLife is cold, dude.
It's an open air stadium. It's cold as fuck there.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have had it in Minnesota.
But you didn't want to go to Minnesota with their brand new fucking stadium. Hell, the fucking Super Bowl went there.
They usually follow each other. I don't know what the hell happened.
Vince getting this side money. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're going to talk about having a WrestleMania in fucking Jeddah, where the fuck they have.
I'm almost guaranteed that the first XFL team is going to be in Orlando. Almost guaranteed to that. That's all I got, brother.
Shit. What I was going to say? Well, fuck it. As we talk about people using shit, Universal Wrestling .5. Been getting warned. People been dialing up in my page or our page, sitting there saying that you've been using our content. Then I took the time out of my busy day because I be having so much shit to do, and went and looked on your page. And anybody can go type up and look up Universal Wrestling .5. Hold on, I think I can put it on here right now. Let's see. Let's get the ad.
While you're recording?
Yeah. So Wrestling. I think they all go together. Let's see.
You said that guy's been taking stuff off the page?
Yeah.
Like word for word, like your words?
Yeah.
No source Wrestleheads?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I told you before, Randy, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Because we all get this shit from somebody.
No, but the thing about it is...
We all get this shit from somebody.
The thing is, what I don't like is the motherfucker, you go look on his page, he said, credit is needed. Credit is needed.
Oh, when you take something from their
Yeah.
page? But they take stuff from our page.
Yeah,
none of that.
go check out his page.
I don't feel like it.
Travelino said, "I'm gonna report their ass." Go check out his page. Go check out that page, and you will see it looks similar to our page, and kind of like some of the pictures I made through the little picture thing. He tried to cut out where it says Wrestleheads at the bottom, and that shit. You know, it was kind of like the same shit. The beef we was having with the 434, where they said we was taking their shit, and I was sitting there telling the motherfuckers like, when I use some of your shit, I put source 434.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what you fucking goddamn Kangaroo Jack motherfuckers is seeing. You know, maybe the dingo stole your baby and you fucking missed the fucking shit when it was going on. But nonetheless, and I don't like fucking bringing this shit up. Because I know we all, just like you said, we all get information from everywhere.
From everybody.
You know? And I understand that. But you can't steal shit and then you go to your page and you won't fucking credit.
And you tell people you got to give me
credit. Hold on. Let me see that shit.
What a moron.
Because I'm going to put that shit up on the... Goddamn, nigga, you can go back to that later. Shit. She got in Chicago, that's why. But anyway.
I think those nipples probably cover the whole half of the boob. God. But it's okay. I'm in the salami business.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay.
Ha! Some of these guys know what I'm talking about.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's right. If you're talking about, you know, you got to give credit, but then you're taking our stuff off of our page, you know, and we all get it from somewhere, and we credit the people that we get the story from.
I forgot the Universal Wrestling dot. See?
Yeah, we get the credit.
Tell me if some of that stuff looks familiar. I didn't put that up there, but look at it was crazy. What it says, credit needed for pics or videos.
Credit needed for from pics or videos. Yeah, but they don't originate with him. That's the whole point of this shit. It doesn't originate with him. You know? Now, if they're still in the words that you wrote, that came straight from you,
look at this.
Then they need to say something.
Familiar? Don't that look familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I put that together. You see, he cut out where it says Wrestleheads at the bottom. Oh. Got 375 likes.
What a fucking bitch.
Hold on. And I'm gonna be nice. Hey, I'm gonna give you some free publicity on here. See this? That's Universal Wrestling. That's his page. See the camera? That's his page. That's this guy right here who says, hey, you know,
credit needed, huh?
Hold on. Hey, Wrestleheads, look at this shit. And tell me if some of this shit looks familiar.
It's sad because...
Just tell me if you see if some of this shit looks familiar. If you know, and I don't believe calling hoes out on Front Street, but hey, I'm gonna call hoes out on Front Street.
If you actually
just tell me some of this shit look familiar.
If you actually did the cutting and shaping of those pictures, and it's exactly how you did it, come on.
Yeah. Man. Look at this shit.
Come on.
You too. Go ahead, get you some of that shit too.
Come on, man. It's not that necessary, man. How hard is it to just put a little quote like?
No, because everybody.
So.
This is the thing about it. You know, I wouldn't trip about this, but everybody else.
They get on us about it.
No, it's not even that. People send shout outs like, "Hey, we use this shit. They tag us in it."
Yeah.
But not to do nothing. Then you talk about your page,
and then go to your page.
Hey, look at this shit. And I gotta go do this again. Credit is needed.
Yeah.
You see that? What that shit says?
I got your credit.
Credit is needed for pictures. And you see this Enzo one right here? Because somebody sent this. See, he took even the person out that I gave credit to, who shot out the fucking story. Look at that shit. Enzo said, "What's up?" without saying anything. Hold on. Let me go back to our page and let's see what that Enzo story says. Let's see how is it spelled out.
That's terrible, man.
And then this will be the end. Oh, look at that shit. Oh, look at that. That's what Wrestleheads said. Enzo says what's up without saying anything. And see, source, AJ Cox. See, I gave AJ credit because he sent that shit to me through inbox, even though I put the picture together with Enzo and shit. But I gave the credit to whoever fucking sent it to me.
And then that son of a bitch came on the page
and took that and didn't even give young AJ credit.
If somebody else wants to use it from him, they got to give him credit.
Yep.
You got to live in another state, homeboy, because I'll bump into your ass in public. That's like stealing. That's like taking money off the fucking table. Like my chicken nugget money. What the fuck you doing?
See?
That's that bullshit right there. See, I didn't know it was that kind of bullshit like that. Where you know it's yours because you cropped the photo.
Yep.
And then you gave the original person credit where it came from.
Yep.
And then this guy comes over, takes it from you, cuts out the names and shit, and then turn around and tell somebody else, you know, if you get it from me, you got to give me credit. Boy. That's the way this world is, man. That's the problem. You got people like that, man, that you got to deal with, that you got to try to cipher through.
I just wanted to make sure.
But
he wanted his fucking minutes of fame.
I see the point.
So here you go. Making. Universal Wrestling.
I see the point you was making.
We gave you a shout out. This week, you are our kitchen bitch. Yeah. And you see, I'm not going to block you. I could have been blocked you.
We don't block.
That's pussy shit, son.
Yeah.
See, this is your fucking. Hey guys, tomorrow's my birthday. Marty Too Sweet. Happy early birthday,
Marty.
Sorry, you got to come on here. We roasted Universal Wrestling. See, look at that shit. Credit is needed for picture of it. Look at that shit.
That's unbelievable, bro. That's unbelievable.
Calling him.
When you know it's the picture.
I asked him if y'all gave him permission. He never responded to me. Fucking Ray Money 88. Yeah, because a couple of people fucking.
That's sad. Man.
A few people hit me up in the inbox, and they sat there saying like, "You look at the fucking story, shit."
You gave original credit to the person that originated it, and he took it from you, took it from them, made it his own, and told everybody else they got to give him credit. Man,
you see, most of these stories, you see,
people like that ain't gonna make it.
Looking real familiar, ain't it?
They're not gonna make it in this business like
Be
that.
Be petty, do it.
Because at the end of the day, man, you gotta have some kind of decorum. You gotta have some kind of integrity. What we do out here, we do this shit because we love to do this shit. It ain't about stealing from somebody else. Whenever you use somebody else's stuff, give them credit for it, man. However they found it.
And the thing about it is, I wouldn't even trip. And you see, me and you was talking about it before we decided I was going to do this. And I sat here to tell you, if I didn't see him, I looked on his page and he said he like demand credit. If he didn't say that shit, I would have left it alone. I would have sat there and said, okay, you steal shit.
But the fact that he won't credit for somebody else's work.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's why I was like, nah. That's
ridiculous,
man. I got to fucking put him on Front Street. You wanted your 15 minutes of fame or 5? You got it.
You got it.
You fucking got it.
That was vulgar. I shouldn't have done that.
You guys need to have a tit slapping match against fucking. You already know who the fuck that was.
Who's that, Jose?
Yeah.
Boy, I guess you ain't got to watch the kids tonight, huh? Yeah. You been on here like nobody's business tonight.
Oh shit. Go ahead.
That means no work in the morning, also. So it's late night George Gus Jr.'s tonight.
That's funny. Yeah, that's my only thing. Like,
Jose ain't got no good sense.
That was my only thing. I didn't like that shit. I'm like, I get it. People steal shit. We all steal shit from here and there. We do that shit. But for the most part,
that don't make no sense when you.
Because it's just like I get shit from the spotlight.
No, but
I said, hey, source the spotlight.
But it don't.
Be in the spotlight, you ain't never had no problem because hey, I put it on there like, hey, I got this. When I get something from him, I say, hey, the source or Wrestling Rising. It's a few really good wrestling pages.
Wrestling News Source is a good one too.
Yeah, it's some really good wrestling pages out there, and hey, you gotta give them credit, especially the up and coming, the mega conglomerate ones. I don't care about them, but the ones like us, that get something before I see everybody else, I give them credit. You have to.
Yeah.
Because it's a society, and you see what he trying to do. It's that dog eat dog. He's trying to get up to 21,000, 22,000 every time he changes his little fucking shit. And then you over here trying to eat off our plate to try to get your shit. Then you got your fans thinking, hey, you came up with this shit all by yourself. When you stealing it from somebody else. And then I'm getting the information from somebody else. So it's not just us getting fucked. It's the source, whoever sent me this shit in the inbox, they're getting fucked too.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right.
Get that unemployment. Fucking Jose. Because Kyle Mack said he lost his job last week.
Oh, man.
Hey, it'd be all right, man.
Yeah, man.
We're going to wrap this shit up.
Depending upon where you at, Kyle Mack, man, it could be dry out there right now, but usually in the summertime, it usually picks up. I know out here in Southern California, man, the jobs, they're picking up, but they're not really paying that well. And our fuel is going through the freaking roof. I just filled up today, $3.65 a gallon, $50 didn't even get me halfway.
Thanks, Clips.
It's a trip, dude.
Get better shit. Niggas sweating out here like a hole in church.
That's because you took that medicine.
Yeah, hopefully you sweat that shit out. Has a female wrestler ever taken a gimmick from a male wrestler? Oh, no, that's good. That'd be something good to fucking look up.
As far as what? Like, you would have
I think you talk about like the whole Ronda and Piper shit.
Oh.
Even though Piper gave his heads up way before he went in the toilet.
Piper signed off on it because she was using it for UFC as well. Yeah. And see, that's where Mr. Bing...
Thanks, Mac.
That's where Mr. Bing got his information wrong because he thought he was educating us when you sat right here in this chair and you laid all that down to me when I was getting high.
It's just like the other cat.
It just didn't make any sense.
It's like another cat went on there about the Bruno Mars shit. Oh, yeah, the Bruno Mars, he named himself Bruno after his fucking dad and all. I'm like, Bruno Mars said he got the fucking name from Bruno Sammartino. I just didn't go into fucking super depths like that shit.
But see, you know, that's the thing about wrestling, though, man. You're going to have people who believe what they want to believe.
Look.
You're going to have people who really want
If you have this information like that, go make you a fucking page.
But that's everybody. When you talk about sports, you talk about everything. You're always going to have those people, man. It is what it is. I like to know the truth about things. Like, whenever anybody can give us truth, I'm all about the truth, man, because that's the truth is realism. You know, whatever.
Ray Money 88. Are y'all ready for Rusev to be buried, literally? Yeah, it's going to fucking happen.
Man, I
Ray
hope they find a way out of that, man.
Will Owen Hart get in the Hall of Fame? Hell no. I don't think not as long as his wife alive. Man. To be honest, or his widow. Shit. I don't know. She done made fucking at least $30 million off the WWE, and she's still pissed. I mean, I know her husband's dead, and yeah, that's sad. But she's real bitter.
But she's not understanding that's the legacy for his family. Like,
but see, maybe with her being bitter, it tells you another story. Like maybe Owen really wanted to leave, and he was locked in, and she's holding all that shit. Like, hey, you could have just let my husband go, and he wouldn't have been dead.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't want to speculate on that because none of us really know what happens, but it could be a whole mantra of things. Because what if her and Owen had problems, and she's like, "You ain't about to get glorified on my watch." Remember, women can be bitter. They can do stuff like that, man. I mean, I don't know.
Rowdy did show Chuck the video. Nah, Chuck, you can check out the videos. Kyle Mack sent some videos, so switch it over and check them out. Let's see. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. The Phenomenals, 1990 said.
What, you sent them in the inbox?
Yeah, just check them out after the show. But and that's it. Shit, I'm all tired out now. I got all my aggression out. Now it's time to go hammer some more medicine. Yeah.
Yeah, because the way you jumped on Daniel Bryan, you gonna sleep good tonight. You went to war. You went to war on that guy. He didn't stand a chance, man.
Have y'all seen that one ghost show where Owen Hart was a ghost and he was haunting Roddy Piper? No, I think I heard about that shit. I never seen that shit. Cause I know fucking Piper was close to the Hart family too.
Well, yeah.
Because people forget.
He's Canadian.
Yeah, Roddy Piper's Canadian. He's from up there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people be thinking he really from Glasgow type of shit. I think he was there for a cup of coffee as a kid. But
yeah, he's Canadian.
Roddy Piper's really Canadian. So, yeah. Owen Hart deserves a place. The wife is using Owen for money. In his opinion.
It's tough to say. I mean, that could very well be true. It's tough to say, man.
When he died, she got 18. They set up for $18 million.
I thought it was 21 for some reason.
No, I think they came down and they settled for 18. Then remember when that Heart and Soul DVD came out in 2010, she sued him again for using it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how can you sue him for using their footage of him?
Yeah.
Which he signed off on.
Yeah.
Now if she was trying to sue for fucking residuals or something like that, I understand that because she's entitled to that.
Yeah.
But for him using his shit, she needs to get over herself. Like, do it for the kids. And I see his son. His son's in shape. Like he's cut the fuck up. Like he could be a wrestler.
I bet she probably won't let him wrestle.
It's probably that Martin Luther King shit. Like motherfucking, hey, you want to go do shit my way. And then when she go in the grave, then they going to be doing whatever the fuck they want to.
I don't know.
I know it's not wrestling news, but what you guys think of Greg Pop? Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning of the show. Because a lot of people died today, other than former First Lady Barbara Bush.
She
went
passed yesterday.
Yeah, like midday yesterday, late yesterday. Yeah. But yeah.
No, we did talk about Aaron Popovich, and we wish the Popovich family our sincere condolences. Because this is a tough thing, man, for Coach Popovich to deal with because they're
already having a shitty season.
I mean, honestly, I would probably let the assistant go ahead and finish it out, but Popovich is a person of integrity. Yeah. He ain't gonna do that.
Go ahead and let Nia Long's fucking husband,
Udoka,
bitch.
We'll let Udoka run the show. But we talked about
bag that shit every night.
That's a tough thing to deal with. Just like it's a tough thing for Bruno Sammartino's wife to deal with. He left her, and they've been married since 1959.
Yeah.
It's a tough deal all the way around. President Bush, Barbara left him.
They was married 72, 73 years.
Yeah, and that's all you know. And rest in peace to Paul Jones also. Death is no joke, man.
Let's see. One more. Let's see. Clips 1, 2, 3. Say, have y'all heard about that 2 tattoo artists suing WWE?
Yes, for the 2K, the Randy Orton shit, right?
Yeah. I guess she designed his tribal, that's been his trademark. Out of all the fucking tattoos, that back piece. Yeah. The fucking tribal shit. And I guess they tried to pay her like $450 years ago. When they fucking started the video game shit, like I think it was like 2010, maybe 2011.
Right.
And she didn't take it.
So now when she sees that on the video game, she wants to get paid.
Hey, it's not only video games, nigga. Think how many video games that came out since he got that tattoo.
And you know what? She's probably going to get paid because when people don't sign off on that stuff, typically WWE leaves them off. Because your guy, for example, CM Punk, in every video game, he didn't have that Pepsi shit on his arm.
Yeah. They blanked that shit out.
Pepsi wasn't signing off on that. You know what I'm saying? So she could very well get paid for that.
Because they got to realize, even though it's on his body, that was her intellectual property because she made
designed it, created it.
She created it. She designed it. So yeah, she got a case. For them to save themselves, they need to just give her a real fucking shit.
Give her a hefty pay.
Yeah,
they probably will.
Give her, because she's gonna go back. If she got an attorney that's worth his salt, they're gonna look at magazines, video games, DVDs. They probably go through all that shit. Anything that he's on there with her designs on there.
Yeah. Possible.
Because I don't think that was the only tattoo. I think she did a few of them for him on there.
Well, so you got a lot to choose from.
Yeah. Him and his wife. Hey, he got a nice looking wife. He hit a 7 on the second one.
That's the only reason why you would keep this shit. Jose started that shit with one of our friends. Like, boy, he sure rolled a 7 on that one.
Shit, I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
He had a Pepsi tattoo and a Cobra tattoo. The Mike Tyson tattoo, neither can be used in a video game either. That's what Travelino said.
Yeah.
And what's up, Broken Sheep? And what's up, Sebastian?
Yeah, we're heading out, man.
It's Elevated Science. These two big fucks always got the sniffles. And the last question of the night from Kyle Mack. Chuck, why did you become a truck driver?
Because I wanted to work by myself. Hated working with people. Not a team player. I worked in customer service at a hospital for like 10 years, supervising security. And after that, I realized I never wanted to interact with more than one human being at a time ever again. Sitting in the truck is peaceful. You get to listen to what you want. You get your job done. People leave you alone. I wound up being a supervisor again, but I only got to manage like 5 drivers, so it's not a big deal. The truck driver was awesome, man. Love it.
And if I'm not on list, 1990 said, "What do you guys think about something else to wrestle?"
I just hope that it's...
I ain't seen it. It came on. It should be on demand tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm probably doped up, so
you're telling me
I'll have to catch it in the morning.
You're telling me that they're still gonna do something to wrestle with?
He's still gonna have his podcast,
original show.
He's doing this for the WWE.
Something else.
Yes.
So something else is gonna be more catered towards WWE then.
This was supposed to be about the fucking... What was this shit? I forgot what this episode was supposed to be about. Fucking
Because him and Conrad, that's money, dude. That is magic.
Conrad's on there too. They said it's gonna be basically ran just like how they is.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be cameras.
That's magic, dude. Him and Conrad asks the questions that we all want to ask.
Yeah.
And I give Pritchard credit. He pops another can of beer and he answers the question. Like, I mean, I can't be mad at him. As well, when we went to go see him in Vegas, when they got done with the show, they had almost 2 rows of Miller Lights at the table. Like, they don't be playing around.
I tried to watch something else to wrestle with. It's an hour and 45 minutes. Got to do another. See, I don't know how.
Honestly, though, because
they said this one is going to be between 60 minutes to an hour 30.
Yeah, because some of the podcasts, dude, they can go 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Depending upon whatever they're talking about. And that's where being a truck driver comes in handy because I just sit there and listen the whole day. Next thing you know, the work day is done. And I done got through a full Randy Savage episode. Like, no joke. That Randy Savage episode, because Jose, Elevated Science, turned me on to that. Man, that Macho Man episode was like 3 hours and, 40-something minutes.
But hey.
It didn't even feel like when you was listening to it.
Is I'm on here sounding half dead and shit. But I said by the time next time we come on the next show, we should check out that shit and see what it is, see what it's about. I forgot. It's gonna be some WWE related this episode. Oh, by the time we come on, it's probably gonna be 2 more fucking another episode.
You know, one more question before we go to the guys on the thing.
Go ahead.
How'd you guys feel about that Andre the Giant documentary on HBO? How'd you guys feel about
I didn't see it.
To me, it seemed like they promoted Hogan a lot in that documentary. They told a really good story of Andre the Giant. I mean, they put him in the best light they could put him in, but they also did tell some truth on there because they told the truth about Big John Studd and all that. They talked about that on the show.
Elaborate.
Well, I mean, because we all know the story. The story is Andre hated Big John Studd because he was another big guy.
And he was more talented than him.
And when he went, and then he got in the ring with him and he was very stiff on him, stepping on his hair and all that stuff, where Big John Studd said, "That's it, I'm done." And they said it right on that documentary. He grabbed all his shit and kept going. It was over. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, that's the way Andre was. Andre was just like everybody else. He wanted his respect when he wanted it. And he gave respect when he gave it. But I think a lot of it...
So you said he was a cunt?
Just like everyone else. The same way you were talking about Shawn Michaels.
That's not everybody else. It's magnified when you're the top guy and you treat people like shit.
But see, that's the thing. When you're in that position, it's bound to go down like that wherever you work. Because you even know it to be true. You work in a department, the department head is always an asshole. It's just the way it is. If you know that you're the lead staff and the boss solely relies on you and don't give a fuck about nobody else, you're going to have ego. And it's the same thing with Andre. Andre's ego was more in the sense of he was always in pain. He was always uncomfortable. So he already didn't want to deal. Well, it's the way he was created, man. But I'm just saying.
Should have dropped some LBs.
He was already, that shit wouldn't have helped him.
Nigga, nobody told that nigga to drink boxes of wine and fucking 100, 200 cases of beer.
He had to kill the pain.
Nigga, kill the pain, stop wrestling.
He wasn't popping somas and all that. It didn't matter, dude. He had a condition, Randy. He didn't get injured from wrestling because he barely worked. It was just running around beating up people. It was his condition, that giant shit. That shit's real. That's what killed him.
See, he should have got out.
But you got to see his family, and you got to see, like...
I know he had a daughter.
Well, I mean, they show his brothers and sisters, too. Like, because, he died fairly young. So, like, his brothers and sisters, everybody's still alive. And then they did show his daughters. And, I felt they did a good job on it. And Rob Reiner and Billy Crystal, they told true stories backstage about that dude. Like, that he really wasn't happy with himself. And he was just trying to really be accepted by them people, especially in Hollywood and stuff. Like he was really shy at heart. And then when he went to wrestling and he got behind the curtain, one thing I guess that used to piss Andre off all the time was when somebody from the outside walked behind that curtain. Because, they didn't have locker rooms back then. They just had motherfuckers set up some curtains and that's where the boys hung out, right? And one thing I did learn about that I did not know, remember the WWE referee Tim White?
Yeah.
He was his personal handler. That's how he got that job. Tim White handled all Andre's affairs and everything for him in the early 80s until then. And then when Andre, kicked the bucket, that's when Tim White became a referee. Vince kept him on. I didn't know that. And I'll tell you, when Tim White told the story, when Andre died, he was really sad that he wasn't there with him because he died by himself in the hotel room, and normally Tim would have been with him.
But he was going back to his daddy's funeral, right?
Right. He went to Paris for the funeral, and he stayed with the family, and then he passed also. But I did not know that, what's his name, Tim White was his direct handler. He handled all his affairs, dude. Most of the time it was picking him up from somewhere being drunk. And even him, Andre didn't even let him in the back behind the curtain. Like, because he says, I guess Andre had this thing about he would come in and play cards in the back, and they would discuss the match. Hogan also put a lot of light on their match at WrestleMania 3, where he was like, Andre fucked with him all the way up until the match. He didn't tell him who was going over. And McMahon wouldn't tell him either because of Andre. Andre gave him the biggest rib going into WrestleMania 3. He told him like right before the match that he's going to win, that he's going to go over. Hogan said he was shitting bricks the whole weekend because no one was telling him what was going on because it was Andre's choice to either let him win or beat him. And McMahon, for some reason, now he's this big control freak with everybody else, but not Andre, fella.
You see it's certain people.
Yeah, Andre controlled it. And so McMahon was on there talking and laughing, making fun of Hogan, saying, yeah, he was scared the whole time. He kept calling me, what's going to happen? What are we going to do? And he just kept saying, Andre will tell you when he's ready. And Andre waited until like the last moment to tell him he was putting him over. Like, I thought that was a pretty funny story because I didn't know that either. I thought they had already planned it out and everything, but you can see Andre fucking with him because Andre knew the minute he took that pin from Hogan, his dominance was done. It was over. Because it all went into Hogan after that. When Hogan went immortal, when he body slammed Andre the Giant, that was it. I mean, yeah, Andre showed up for WrestleMania 4. Then he started wearing a blue singlet. He wouldn't sell for Jake. We all know the deal. But that was it. He knew his reign of dominance was officially over when Hogan defeated him.
So what you saying, it wasn't in depth like Ric Flair, how they just like showed everything. Showed the whole...
Well, I mean, because they only had an hour. It was only like an hour. So they couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? But they did a good job with it. Like I said,
Ric Flair shit was only an hour something too.
Yeah, but see, Ric Flair, the 30 for 30 was more based on his personal problems. It wasn't really based on his achievements in the ring. See, now, HBO did it totally different, where they showcased more his career and his achievements versus his demons. Whereas 30 for 30 really told the whole world that Ric Flair was this big alcoholic. And for a lot of people, that was a big shock. And it was me too. I didn't think he was that much of a drinker. I knew he liked to party. I knew he liked to have sex with women. I didn't know he had that many, like, the drinking problems. 30 for 30 exposed all that shit. They didn't really glorify his career. And see, that's the problem with ESPN, is because deep down inside, ESPN still don't respect professional wrestling. They don't. They try to cover it because they know it's a big money maker. And then you have former guys like the coach and Todd Grisham, when they were there, because neither one of them are there now, yeah. When they were there, they were trying to open the guys' eyes over there to it. But at the end of the day, you like that faggot, excuse me. Excuse me, I apologize for that. Fucking that guy, Amin El Hassan or whatever, who was talking shit about Kevin Owens and tried to bury Kevin Owens on SportsCenter. I was pissed. Sorry, I didn't mean to use that. I ain't trying to slur nobody. But that fucking... Anyway, you know, they still feel that way about the business. And that sucks, you know, that they don't get to really look at it the right way. Just like when they did the XFL thing. They did that XFL thing to just bury Vince McMahon. That's all it was. It's like they have to cover it because he's a big influential person as far as pop culture, but they really don't want to because they don't respect wrestling. Now, HBO, on the other hand, they did the Andre thing. I thought it was pretty damn good. I'll just be honest. I gotta get up in the morning.
Yeah.
And end this thing.
Wrap this puppy up.
But yeah, I mean, I learned some stuff about Andre that I didn't know. And whenever you can learn new stuff, that's a good thing. You know, read a couple comments and we out of here.
Let's see.
This has truly been overtime.
Yeah, HBO was late. Did a documentary on Andre 20 years ago. Same documentary, HBO was a little more in depth. Yes, that's true. Under the WWE Network special about Tim White. To what questions? Clip 1, 2, 3. to let Brock punch. Okay, we read all that shit. He can punch jaws off. Good night. Have a pistol. Andre was in such bad shape towards the end of his career. I feel so bad what he went through. Yeah, it was sad. Clutch123 said, would y'all like to see a Stone Cold documentary? If they do a correct one, and I want to see the demons and all that shit. I don't want to see the fucking cookie cutter version.
So you want to see the wives catching Stone Cold Stunners at home.
Hey, it's his life. It's his life.
Yeah.
Kyle Beck, Rick hanged and banged for years. Elevated Science, I feel like I'm watching Slimer live. You called you Slimer. Travelino, ESPN,
you know why he said that, right? Because the Trailblazers and the Spurs, both his teams is getting murdered. Neither one of them got to win.
Look, Eddie would make it better. Peace, fellas. VJ2K.
Yeah, it's time.
Fisher Comeback said ESPN sucks cock.
Wrap it up.
Let's see.
Yeah,
you think Roman will walk out champion greatest Rumble?
I didn't mean to say that.
Hello, Roman, the fan site, and yes, he will. Clips123 said, get some sleep, guys. I agree. This will be the end of episode of Wrestleheads. Hopefully we watch some fucking Bruce Pritchard, and maybe I might take the time out to watch the Andre Giant shit. I didn't think it was going to be interesting. That's why I
thought it was interesting.
Waste my time with it.
Because like I said, I didn't know that about Tim White, but that explains why he was a referee afterwards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We got our shit out. Y'all have a good night. Hit us up in the inbox if you got any comments, concerns, anything. This episode will be up on YouTube and within the next hour. Outro.
Good night. Get your pets spayed and neutered. Take care of yourself. And
you're welcome. Too Sweet, Clips123, and Kyle Mack, you're welcome. Good night.